Going. Hello everyone and welcome to Alantech. Today we're going to be working on the NC and I've got a lock that does not work. And of course it works that time, but it doesn't work all the time. So we're going to get that fixed today. Okay, so the key problem here is that this lock, well actually now it's not working, so good, showing you. It does not open my Frunk box too often. And oh, there it goes. Okay. So I put this in to kind of help me in case it wouldn't open. So I have a new part for that. So I have a Honda part 77239 MGS-D32. And from what I can tell, this is from an NC750 and it's a newer part. And from my research, the 750s aren't as affected by this, so I'm hoping that this newer part will fix this issue. So we'll go ahead and get set up and start taking things apart so that we can get to it. Okay, so like I said, I've added this little zip tie here. So I've already taken this apart once. You do need to be able to get into your Frunk to fix this. If you don't know how to get into your Frunk, I don't know what to tell you. I just looked out and my key worked. And it was able to let me in one more time to put this in. So for this part has to come off, these two right here. These screws on each side have to come off. And then there's these little tabs. These are aftermarket ones, different ones. For these you have to pull the little screw bit out or unscrew it with a screwdriver, and then the tab will pop out. The original ones, what I found is it had a little push pin in the middle, and you push the pin in the middle, and then the tab would come out. But it looks like these are some that maybe the previous owner found at an auto shop or something and was able to get changed out. So I'm going to start removing stuff and then get these pieces off. So the operation is pretty much the same on both sides. So right now I'm going to take out this screw and this capped screw. So go ahead and do that for both sides. Those out. I'll put those over here in a safe place. I'm going to get this. This is a 5mm. I didn't see a JIS on these, so I think it's just a regular Phillips, but be careful with it, none the same. So. And I've taken these out before, so they're a little... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I think that just stripped out. Okay. That almost stripped out on me, so make sure you got all the stuff out of it. It looks like it had some dirt in it. Kept me from getting all the way seated. So let me switch over to this real quick. Now I'm going to get those screw caps that I told you about. I'll just move the handlebars over. I said yours, if you have the factory ones, probably won't take near as much time. Okay, well, unfortunately, Those were very difficult to get out. I destroyed 2 of them. These look like a General Motors clamp. Oh, well, undropped it. We get another one. Yeah. Look like a General Motors clamp. They got a little screw deal in the top. And as you screw it down, it tightens it up. So these are not the ones that came on this bike. So I don't know if I'd recommend using these because it's very hard to get a screwdriver in there. So, all right. Now we should be able, we'll move the handlebars a little bit to the other side. And then this should just pop right out. Okay. I don't know if y'all can see it or not, how that's coming over. But there's these little hooks, and they hook right in here to this part. So, we get the other side off. And put these somewhere safe so they don't get scratched up or damaged. Okay. Now we've got another Phillips screw and another 5 and another 5. These are different colors, so they go in different places. So, get my drill ready here. Go ahead and zip those out. Good. That's good. Those little Phillips screws actually hold little boxes in here. If I remember, I'll show you little boxes in here for the cables that are routed around. So that's what those are for. All right. Make sure we've got our stuff centered this time. Come around here to do this one. So. You can see those are different. That one's got a longer shank on it, so. Okay, there's that. Now we're ready to pull this up. I'm gonna move this out of the way a little bit. We'll pull this up. My little box down here. The little box, that's where the screw goes in right there at the top. All right. Now we can see. Hopefully y'all can see. I don't know, the light's terrible today, but here's where I put my zip tie in. And that essentially just pulls on that front box. My trunk never stopped working, so I'm not sure why. But that did, so. Now we've got to get, there's a little clip in here we got to pull out to get this out. So I'm going to go find me a pair of pliers and figure out how to get this out. I will be right back. Okay, I hope y'all can see it, but this is how it works. This one goes to the fuel door, which is the back seat. And this one over here goes to the frunk. And they've got little clips that keep them in here and a little like eyelet bolt that keeps them right there. And you can see I just put my little zip tie on there and ran it through here. So, but there is, I don't know if it can be seen or not. Get some light on it. There's this little clip right here. That has to come off so that this lock will come out. So that's what I'm going to try to do right now. Don't want to booger this up. Because I don't have another one, so. There it goes. Get it off. There's a little clip that holds it on. Put that somewhere safe. Looks like I may have to undo these screws right here, so I'll do that right quick. That way we can get better access to it. Do not want to drop these. Oh. Well, I'm going to have to find that later. Not happy about that. Luckily, they do seem kind of like a standard type screw, so if I do have to find one, hopefully it won't be too bad. All right. Put those somewhere safe. That separates. Awesome. So. Now I'm not sure how that's supposed to come out. Oh, I see. You can turn it. So it's got a little thing here. So I got to get these clips off, then we can turn it. I'm going to take these two screws out right quick. Try to hang on to them. Like that other screw, like that. That would have been fine. If it had fallen in there, that would have been great. But it didn't. Alrighty, let's detach this. And get our little clips out here. I don't know if you can see that or not. We're going to try to pull that out. Yeah, it's in there. That does not want to come out. Like clipped in there good. Wonder if we can just undo these. It'd be nice not to have to unclip those. Really would. No, they go all the way around. I gotta unclip those. There's no way around that. Okay, there's that one. Hopefully y'all saw that. We'll do the other one over here so y'all can see it. There's this little yellow piece right here. Okay, there we go. That's the one in the fuel tank. And remember, fuel tank goes to black and frunk goes to white. So we'll flip these over. Get that little eyelet thing out. There's the fuel tank. And we'll turn it around this way. Okay. And I'll show you here. The little eyelet just goes right there, and there's a little gap right here to put the wire through. So now we should be able to turn this and get it out of here. A little tight fit. There you go. There's the old one. So for the curious, there is the old one. We can focus. So for the curious, there is the old one. There is the new one. So, sorry if that's a little blurry. I'm having trouble focusing and everything in one hand is hard. So I can't tell too much different with it. So it looks to be the same part. So, but hopefully the internals are better and they work better. So I have some kind of backup to get to this. So I'll go ahead and thread my other side here. Then I have to push this through first, idiot. Hang on. Okay. So line the keyhole up there. And it just pushes through. There is a little pin right there that latches up with this block. So do that too. Now I'm going to go ahead put my little latch back in it so it doesn't go anywhere. That just had a nice little click in. So now, try this again, the right way. The white goes to Frunk. Sorry, it is hard to do this, and the lighting is terrible. I'm sorry, guys. So, we would do it this way. But getting that to line up is just not that fun. There's that one. Now this went through here, so we're going to make sure it stays through there. And that latches. Okay. Now we're going to put this back together. I'm going to leave my little zip tie just in case. So I'm going to clip those little yellow bits back in. You hear a nice little click whenever they go into place. That one's hard to get to. There we go. Heard that nice little click. Hopefully y'all heard that. Yeah, I'm going to get these screws. I'm going to look for that other one real quick because I don't know where it went. So, okay, well that other screw is gone forever, it seems. So I'm going to put it back together with the 3 that I have, with the willful intention that I will someday find the other one and put it back together. So I think 3 will be okay, hopefully. So, screwdriver over here. This is going into plastic, so no reason to get crazy. This back down in here, hopefully. Getting that screw to go in there is not the most fun thing ever. Okay, I'm wondering if I should do these top ones first. That's probably what I need to do. So we're going to do that instead. Okay, got that one lined up. Get that snug right now. Oh, sorry, I just hit y'all with the drill. It's super loud. Maybe if I start these by hand. Oh, look, it's so much easier to start them by hand. How about that? Now we'll tighten these up. My one down here should be lined up now. It is? Okay. Once again, going into plastic, so do not tighten the absolute dog pee-pee out of those. Okay. Now we'll get this back in here. Now, while we've got it here, let's try it out. So, very firm, but it does work. It doesn't feel near as bad as the old one did, so awesome. It does work. It'll probably work better whenever I get this screw in, so. All right, so let's start getting some of this back together. I guess I'll leave this. I don't know if this works for a long time. I may just cut this off, but just in case, because I'm scared of it now. So I'm gonna get this box back together. And so this box goes on a certain way. Whenever you take it off, you might notice it. I should have said that whenever I got it. But it's got a little ridge right there. You can see it. And that fits into the screw hole. So it kind of like indexes it in place. And what you're going to want to do is your front cable, it sandwiches those two. So it kind of guides it in a certain way. So let me get this set up right. And start that by hand. Once again, it's plastic, so don't go nuts with it. Okay, that's in. I'll line up the little hole. Okay. I should have brought the screw with me. Ah! Okay. Now I've got the screw with me. That seat cable wants to try and... There we go. Wonder how long that's been like that. Okay, let's get this back down, start buttoning it back up. Okay, so let's put this down. Okay. Make sure it all fits where it's supposed to. There's that. Okay. Got our two bolts. Remember that this one goes here. And I highly recommend, if you can, be threading these in by hand, because it is pretty much all plastic. So let's flip our ratchet here. Why are you not going in? I do not understand. That one's not doing for some reason. That one did. Why are we not going in here? Looks like our angle for our dangle here is not quite right. Move the handlebars a little bit. There it goes. Click. Okay. Do this other side. Oh, it fell out. Okay. Turn a little bit. Okay. Sorry for the interruption. Let's finish this one up. And click. Okay. Now let's get our side panels on. That's the wrong way. There we go. Okay. Show this other side. So, all little points. Got some places. This connects inside to one of those little clips. So, make sure all your little lines are in there. And make sure each one of them goes into the start of that hole, and then pop, there it goes. These are the little screws. A certain way they like to go in. I think mine are kind of stripped out. And these up here are the little caps. They got the little spacer on them, which is kind of nice because it means you have a hard time tightening them too much. I'm sure you could, but wouldn't be good on it. Okay. Again, just tight, no reason. Make those nuts. Okay. We'll do these up here. Now remember, this one's a little stripped out, so I'm gonna make sure it gets in there good. That was the wrong way. Okay. Oops. Oh, this strip out easy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get new ones of those, I do believe. Okay. And that is it, I believe. I'm gonna keep my little thing out here just in case. We're locked up. Got my new key. It does have to require a new key. That feels so much better than the previous. They both work just fine. So I'm gonna count that as a repair well done. Alrighty, so I got my sunglasses on because I'm pointing at the sun right now, but I believe that's all done. Let's try out our new key here. Make sure it's locked. It is locked. And it turns and opens now perfectly fine. And the trunk, the gas opens just fine, the rear seat. So that is perfect. That is really nice. Now I can use the frunk for emergency stuff like I had been. I'll keep that little zip tie on there for a little bit, but hopefully I don't need it anymore. So I am glad I have a new key for this. This key actually feels better than my Honda key. I know it is a Honda key that came with it, but it feels like it's better made. The key I had been using is very bent, and it was probably fixing to break. So that may have been why this stopped working. I don't know. It works fine in all the other locks and the ignition. So, but now I have 3 keys for the bike, 4 if you count the wheel lock. So, but I believe that's going to do it for this video. So if you got an NC700, maybe a 750, and your lock has stopped working, this is how you change it out. I do still need to go find some new trim hangers, the little screw caps for keeping this plastic bits on. I do need to find a couple more of those. I may use what it had on it because I only take this apart to clean the air filter now, hopefully. But I'll have to do that. If you've got the original ones, they snap in pretty easy, I'm told. So I believe that's it. And the bike is ready to be used again, and I will be using it soon. So looking forward for some more trips. And a Frunk is super useful to use, so I'm glad to have it back. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Guys, stay safe out there. I want you to keep 2 wheels up, and I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.